Namaste. This is Shaini Murlidharan, a research student in Mumbai University. And I'm sorry for a long gap in the video because I was working on my research papers. My papers has to be moved further, so I was working throughout this month for the paperwork, right? So we were dealing with the Dutch invasions. We had thought about this Portuguese invasion. Then we talk about Kunyali Marekar. Then some past history also we had dealt with. Now, when we talk about the Dutch invasion was like happened in 16th century, but they couldn't come into the power as soon as they came. So they captured Colombia, Ceylon or Sri Lanka, and they were happy in that place. But the bad effect which happened in the Portuguese ruling made the kings to seek help of Dutch. So kings went to Ceylon and asked help of Dutch to eradicate or to remove Portuguese from Kerala. They made treaty on 1604, which is the first treaty that made between Dutch and Samorin. So Samorians and Dutch started working against Portuguese, and we know Samorians already don't like Portuguese, right? So that's the reason slowly Dutch comes, but Portuguese power was there on the seashores, so they couldn't come near. Slowly they worked again and again, and in 1658 they could capture Kollam, right? Then in between the Admiral Stephen der Hagen, they worked for the capturing of Kerala certain places, and they made friendship with certain kings like Purakkad, Kayankulam, and they made treaty, and they started working against Portuguese. Now Portuguese is losing their power because of their way of ruling. Like they were exploiting the people and the kings in the Kerala. So slowly their power started losing in Kerala, and Dutch got a caught in Kollam. Then slowly they marched towards center. They got Cochin in 1663 June 16. Okay, so we now also we can see certain after effects of Dutch invasions in Cochin. So the port and the fort, everything they captured, and slowly Dutch started taking power in Kerala, in especially in the trade. They made treaty with all the rajas for having pepper trade. All invasions happened in the form of trade, and especially for pepper they were fighting for. So in their market value, the pepper has to be traded, and they have to get all the pepper product, and they will do the trade. So this was happening, and the thing is they didn't exploit the people in Kerala. They were like having political and commercial power, not the administrative way. They kept the puppet kings in the throne, and they were ruling this was not the condition of Portuguese. What happened with the Portuguese is they wanted to take over the power of kings, right? So Dutch was not like that. They were like, they keep their administrative power in the form like the kings are ruling, but in other way they were taking control of the place. So Kochi was, we know the Kochi Raja was little bit ambitious. So during Portuguese time also he helped in order to have the independent ruling. And what happened, he succeeded in the form like he was ruling in the name of Portuguese. Same happened with the Dutch, and the structure had changed. The matrilineal method of having kings This method has been changed by the Dutch. So the Veera Kerala Varma, who was the king in the Cochin, he got power and he were actually working for the Dutch. So Dutch people were like, they working in the different way. They didn't exploit, but they didn't try to make more people as their followers, as the Portuguese died. Sorry, Portuguese did. Then the actual thing is very short period they have, like actual power they got in 1658. From that 1795 they ruled. Okay, then in between they had this fight between Marthanda Varma. Then the great Colachal war happened between Marthanda Varma and the Dutch. Then the other thing is this Tanur, then Ponnanani, the Samorian and Dutch started fighting about it because um, certain certain points which Dutch kept is not acceptable to Samorian. Slowly, the Samorian also started losing their power because the wrong uh, understanding of ruling in with the Dutch. The Dutch has in a mask, they kept a mask like they are good with the people, but actually they were trying to take over the ruling. So they doing that. Then Treaty of Mavelikara made. Colachal and Dutch war, as I said, in 1741 has made this. What happened about this, they made lot of fighting, but that functions for good. Like, Travancore Rajas became powerful due to this war. So our Padmanabha, which we call the Travancore Rajas, they became powerful, and they could stand against Dutch. And the Hyder Ali, who came from Mysore, Tipu Sultan's the ancestor. So he came down. So that causes the Dutch to lose power in Kerala. Okay, so in a short way, in short period, great amount of political and commercial change they made, and they built a lot of port and fort to have the effective methods. But the empowering of Travancore and the Raja from Mysore who came made them to come down, and that's thus eradicate their power in Kerala. So from almost like 1658 to 1795, the power of Dutch, very small period we consider with the Portuguese and the British rule, right? So I'll explain about Martanda Varma in the next video. Who was he and what is his greatness? As Kunyali Marikare explained, this also will be like one of the great personality who stood for his policy. Okay, so I will be dealing with Martanda Varma. Then we come to the 18th century, then slowly to 19th century, where the Sri Narayana Gurudevan and Swami Vivekananda's led their life. Okay, thank you.